A League of Legends fighting game is the sort of idea that only the most stoned bozo, most gormless ruffian could have dreamt up a decade or so ago. It stands in the daydream pantheon of a Riot Games MMO. Wait a minute. Or some kind of League of Legends trading card game. Hang on a second. Yet, despite the odds, not only does such a game exist, but it's Class A Kino, though not without fault. 2XKO, or Tesco if you're one of the cool kids, is a free-to-play 2v2 tag fighting game from Riot Games, the studio behind such powerhouses like League of Legends and Valorant. Set as a sort of alternate spin on the League of Legends universe, it snatches characters from that game, morphing them into fighters, and lets you duke it out with folks online. You can even play alongside a friend on your team, adding a fun dynamic to the typical fighting game affair. You want to see your favourite character with a little bit more funk about them? This game is a platform for that. The game lies somewhere in the middle of the genre in terms of pacing, more hectic than genre mainstays like Tekken or Street Fighter, while not going quite as wild as other tag fighters like the Marvel vs. Capcom series or various anime fighting games. Great effort has been spent on the tag system itself, how a player or two can weave between characters to perform impressive feats. It is a game oozing with quality of life features, a sort of tailored experience aiming to impress both those with a history in the genre and bright-eyed newcomers alike.
Let's go!
So it's good news that this dedication to making a rich, velvety tag system has paid off so well in 2XKO. It all feels so fluid, so responsive. You throw out an assist with one character, charge up a heavy attack with another, then effortlessly tag into that assist just before the heavy goes off, and it all just works. At the ground level, it's an energetic twist, but the higher you climb in terms of expertise, the more these systems flourish in a sea of possibilities. It's easy to learn, difficult to master, fighting game potential then in its purest form. Then you add the fuse system. This is an invention in its own class, but for comparison's sake, it plays a similar role to grooves in the Capcom vs SNK series, team modifiers that totally flip what you're able to do with your characters. This can include chaining supers together, expanding your options when tagging between characters altogether, or placing your second character into a more supportive role.
Victory is on the horizon!
In terms of accessibility, 2XKO is not lacking in options to help people gradually embrace the more complicated bits. You can toggle on easy inputs, called pulse combos, in character select, making a game without motion inputs all the easier. The difference in damage between a pulse combo and one performed manually is, for the fledgling player just starting out, inconsequential. One fuse, sidekick, allows a player to sit back and assist their duo partner, lessening damage and supporting from the sidelines in an ingenious onboarding mechanic that allows the unconfident out there to dip their toe in with a friend without feeling like they're letting the team down. The game is also free, which counts for a lot. It's not the first free-to-play fighting game by any means. Killer Instinct had a free version over a decade ago, and Brawlhalla remains less acknowledged than it probably deserves as a popular free-to-play platform fighter. And Granblue Fantasy Versus' free rotation of characters leaned into this too. Still, 2XKO feels like the first time the live service hilt has been gripped with both hands. A rotating store of premium skins and seasonal battle passes, supporting what is frankly a fighting game at the same level of quality as the premium Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8.
Let's go!
The game is inherently an ankle breaker, meaning even intermediate play is complex by nature of the tag mechanics at the heart of 2XKO. A player using the 2x assist fuse is playing their own game in which the goal is to hit you from cruel and unusual angles. Those using Double Down will use one character's super as cover for their second's largely incontestable offence. It matters little how slight an angle the ramped 2XKO is, you will quite quickly be faced with the source. Now, the sauce is wonderful, and any good fighting game, like any good lasagna, needs plenty of it. In this liquid floats hundreds of hours of Rocky-esque personal improvement. It's certainly what many play fighting games for, but there is the worry that certain characters or design decisions may drown greener players in the slurry. Yasuo and Echo, for example, are rich in skill expression and downright dirty in their ability to style on people with high-flying combos and outrageous mix-ups. At its heart, 2xKO was built for characters like Echo and Yasuo. They were clearly designed by fighting game fanatics who wanted to make a game in which the most rancid gameplay is possible. These characters will remain strong in spite of any nerfs thrown their way, unless they're totally maimed, because their strength lies not in damage numbers, but in intentional design. It's not just those two either. Warwick has gained a reputation of sorts as of late for ravaging scores of online players thanks to his speedy and unrelenting offence. There are multiple characters that are excellent zoners, built to keep you at a distance with powerful projectiles, though all are able to convert ranged pressure into beautiful combos. Blitzcrank is for the grappler-goons out there, a down and dirty robot able to snatch opponents from a distance and slam them into the ground for loads of damage. All of these players were painted with a master's brush, and all of them are nasty. This is totally fine, if not brilliant news for those in love with fighting games already. Training mode monsters, frame data physicians, and patch note academics. For the sizable portion of potential players 2xKO is hoping to win over though, that's not as likely. With all the effort put into making 2xKO tempting for fighting game newbies, it is clearly, in essence, a game for fanatics. The argument 2xKO is built around is this: you do not need to make the fighting game shallow, nor drain it of its complexity to attract a curious wave of new players. All you need to do is offer tools to help players engage with a fighting game's more daunting aspects. If millions play complicated games like League of Legends or Valorant, why not a fighting game like 2xKO? Ultimately, time will tell, but the 2xKO team has clearly gone all in on this, and in doing so has forgone the typical offering its contemporaries have. There is no story mode, no arcade mode, nor any bonus casual alternative mode for a more relaxing experience. There is no Street Fighter VI World Tour counterpart, nor an ARAM equivalent that League of Legends players may be familiar with. If the direction is right, it could very well be the bridge between Untold Thousands and the unique bounty of fighting games. If Riot is wrong, 2xKO could be the most delicious rum and raisin ice cream ever made that's trying to win over crowds of vanilla enjoyers. It's a game built around the joys of tag fighters, but whether Riot's approach is a winning strategy or not is yet to be decided. For those who do stick around with 2xKO, however, they'll find a game bolstered with quality in almost all areas. It's Saturday night stunning, a fascinating divergence from the stylized fantasy of League of Legends. If the father MOBA to 2xKO is a hand-drawn illustration, then 2xKO is a more rebellious cel-shaded piece, an almost punky, vibrant game in which characters erupt from excellently crafted backgrounds and VFX. Bravo to the team for having the confidence to break out in its own direction, remaining faithful to the source material, while also making bold changes to beloved characters where it wanted to. Blitzcrank is a prime example of this, a character who is certainly showing his age in League of Legends, but has found a new life as a bulkier brawler in 2xKO. Not an easy thing to do, but it's done with class here. It is a shame that there aren't more characters though, and that's a running theme ever since 2xKO's early access release. A launch cast of 12 is solid, there's no doubt, but given the tag nature of the game, you end up seeing a similar cast of fighters often, especially when the meta has clear winners already. The passing of time will resolve this, there's no doubt, and the fuse system does go a long way in remixing a team in interesting fashion, but nonetheless, you can only see Warwick so many times before you tire of the dog. The same is true for the music in 2XKO. The game has this blend of electronic and metal across the board, which certainly helps set it apart from other fighting games out there. Guitars and electronics duel it out on the main menu screen, while character themes on occasion pop in during tense moments. Some of these are darn catchy, like Darius's mean metal anthem and Blitzcrank's more dubsteppy tune. However, one of the quirks of 2XKO's dynamic music system is that you're sadly unlikely to hear them much. Here's hoping for a BGM select option in the future.
Not happening.
The online netcode in 2XKO is exceptional though. Very rarely will you encounter matches which might be considered unplayable or frustratingly laggy, a testament to the infrastructure Riot has provided. Given how good it is, it's puzzling that no options for cross-region play are available for public matchmaking. Seeing as you can play on different regional servers in other fighting games, it's a shame that 2XKO, with netcode likely far surpassing what's present in those titles, does not allow it. Perhaps it's a quirk with the 2v2 nature of the game, or with a Riot server. It's a shame nonetheless. In terms of the game's live service component, it's a rather fair one. You can earn all the new characters as they release if you play the game regularly, and you are given access to a healthy number of cosmetics just by playing the game, rather than having to fork out cash for nice skins. What skins you can buy are a bit pricey perhaps, but hey, the bills must be paid. Plus, a dedicated skin line exists in 2XKO that contributes to real-world grassroots tournaments around the world. Riot Games' willingness to send money to the game's competitive scene through in-game microtransactions is a lovely touch that shows an eagerness to support the game's most dedicated players, and it makes busting out the wallet feel like supporting a good cause.
Shoot him if you got him.
2XKO is undoubtedly a fantastic fighting game. It's clearly been created by a talented team head over heels with the genre, with a boundless understanding of what fighting game players want from a modern title. It's not perfect, nor the genre saviour Eager Beavers drooled about years ago, but for a studio's first venture into a genre dominated by legacy franchises, it's a game that matches or surpasses those with bold new ideas. The question now is this: can Tesco win over enough people to go the distance and use its launch momentum to continue building a true live service fighting game? Or will it wilt in the niche shadows? 4 out of 5. Thanks so much for watching this review of Tesco. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a like and subscribe to Eurogamer for almost daily videos about video games. Goodbye.
Shoot him if you got him.